Hello everyone, this is going to be the fourth update for Boris. We may actually finish his route. I would have done it in one night if that's the case. We'll see.
Presented by Quinrose. あんたって可愛いな。照れるなって。どうにかしてやりたくなっちゃうだろ。
Boris, we're spamming him. Yeah, an event triggered right away. I've been getting so attached. It's problematic, she told him.
この世界に慣れて好きになってきた。
She has no reply at first. Yeah, I guess the saying, home is where you make it, is true. Getting used to it is scary. Actually, I'm not talking about getting used to the world. Of course, after staying so long, I've gotten used to things here, but that's old news at this point. The thing I was complaining about getting used to is... And she trailed off.
ここにいればいいよ。あんたの世界がどんなところかよくわからないけど、こっちの方がいいって。
Boris was purring. Is he being cuddly? I'm not the only one that's gotten used to things. Boris has gotten used to me too. I can tell his cat-like caution around people is worn off around me. It reminds me of Dinah back home. And I know cats prefer to keep their distance. If Boris is coming over to snuggle me on his own, that means he likes me quite a bit. Some cats never warm up to you, so he clearly enjoys my company. Wait, I'm totally treating him like a cat, she thought. The line between cat and human is blurry with him.
俺、あんたの心臓の音が好きだ。
Oh? Don't know how to feel about that.
あんたが好き。
Thanks, dot dot dot.
反応少ね。
He called her out for it. Well, come on. I don't know how to respond to being told you love my heartbeat. Is there something special about my heartbeat? Question mark.
あんたが好きなんだって。
For my heartbeat, right? Question mark.
心臓の音も好きだけど、あんたとこうしているのが好き。
She's like, I don't mind having him purr near me like this either.
あんたは俺のことを好き。
But he wants more. Still, I freeze up at that question. He has no response.
好きって言ってくれないんだよ。
Why should I have to? Question mark. I want to say, but keep it to myself, she thought. I do like you, Boris, but... And trailed off. It's true, I really like him. Even after he's played harass me so much, I still spend time with him. Of course, I don't hate him. If it's a question of loving or hating him, it's obviously closer to love.
だけど、
He prompts me to continue. The thing that comes after saying but is never good. If I finish that sentence, I'll disappoint him. He must know that because his voice sounds cold. I hate romance, she continued.
なんで痛い目でも見たの？
Not really a bad experience. It's just a pain, so I hate it.
本当？
Sure about what? Question mark. It's nothing but trouble. It's a pain, so I hate romance, she told him again.
恋愛が面倒だから嫌いなんて、あんたには似合わないよ。不誠実っぽい。
She's like, I am dishonest. And getting Boris's hopes up just to reject him because it's a pain makes me seem like a player. It's not as if I didn't notice that. Boris has spent a lot of time teasing me and giving me a hard time, but it's not as if I haven't noticed his affection for me either. I've noticed, but things have been comfortable enough to make me act irresponsibly, and it feels nice when somebody likes you. I didn't want to give him an answer, but I didn't push him away either. You really ought to give up on me, she told him.
やだね。不誠実なんかじゃない。あんたはいい子だよ。
Good girl. That may have been the reputation I tried to maintain in my world, but it really didn't suit me.
面倒だから嫌だなんて嘘だね。
She's like, what makes you think that? I'm definitely not a good girl, she told him.
だってあんたって真面目だもん。
She's like, honest? I'm even more stunned. I haven't been trying to keep up appearances at all, and I wouldn't expect anybody to have that impression of me. You have the completely wrong idea about me. You must be a bad judge of people. I would not be considered a good girl by other people.
他の評価なんて関係ないね。俺、自分の意見以外どうでもいいし、見る目があるかないかは知らないけど、俺には真面目ないい子に見えるよ。
Why do I get the feeling that's not a compliment? I want to argue that I'm not a good girl. It's probably not worth getting sulky over, but that part in particular bothers me.
あんたって適当に答えたり流したりしないよね。しないっていうか、できないんだろ。真面目だよ。
That isn't true. I'm half-assed about things all the time. I can't stop myself from contradicting
いい
him.
ことか真面目って言われたくないんだ。
As expected, he points out the heart of the issue. It's not like I'm some rebellious teenager that doesn't want a good reputation. I just don't deserve it, she trailed off. It's inaccurate. And although there had definitely been a time I wished I could have become a good, honest girl. And she's like, but I've given up on that. And it's impossible. I'm always going to be me, I told myself, and I don't think that's wrong. But now that I'm not wishing for it anymore, I still have to endure hearing that I'm good from other people. And even from somebody I haven't been pretending with.
なんで？恋愛が嫌なの？俺のこと嫌い？嫌いじゃないかな。嫌いなのにこういうこと許さないだろ。
Ooh, first kiss on the route. Woo. That is so cute. Boris leans his face in. He gives me a soft kiss, intentionally making a smooching sound. Very cute. Very cute.
何が嫌なんだ？
The kiss was short, but he didn't back off right away. He stayed a breath away, asking that question. I'm afraid, she told him after a pause. I'm afraid of love, she told him. More afraid than being forced to hold a gun. A gun doesn't feel realistic. Guns are something unrelated to my life. I'm more afraid of something that could be possible, something I know the pain of. I've become so pathetic, she told him aloud.
あんたを痛い目に遭わせたやつを殺してやりたい。
I told you, nobody did anything.
嘘つき。同じ世界にいるのなら絶対に撃ち殺してやるのに。
You don't have to bother, she told him after a pause. I'm already over it. And it wasn't any great tragedy. It was just our average breakup. I'm so pathetic for being traumatized over something like that. We exchanged short, cute kisses. They're even cuter for the sounds. Boris's attitude isn't cute at all, but he is comforting to me. I haven't been through anything so bad. I should need to be comforted, though. I'm pathetic, she told herself.
俺に触られても抵抗しなくなったね。これってさ、慣れてきたってことだろ。そのうち俺のこともちっとも怖くなくなるよ。
Yeah, I'm not scared of you now, she told him. What I'm afraid of is, and trailed off.
あんたを惨めな気持ちになんかさせないぜ。すごくいい気持ちでいさせてあげる。俺のものになってよ。
She's like, yeah, getting attached is really a problem, and trailed off. I'm really afraid of getting used to it. I'm too afraid, she told herself. The fact that I am more than just getting used to it scares me even more. Alrighty guys, we are going to try to spam Peter.
あなたが来てくれるような予感がしてたんです。僕の気持ちが伝わったんですね。ですよね。
No, Peter, they did not. You still creep me out. She's like a little after a pause. What? Question mark. I feel like you're going to say something unpleasant.
いいよ。なんでもないけど。まずか。それにしては、とっても馴染んでいるみたいだね。
She's like a smug grin stretched across his face. No reply on her end. It really ended up being something unpleasant. He can see through all of my thoughts, and even if I don't say anything, he can read me like an open book. As he wants, without permission. Against Nightmare, insincere words aren't effective. I'll admit that I've become familiar with this place. And I've spent such a long time here, of course I'd end up being attached. But I'll say because I came to like the people in this world, because I did. Also, I came to like the people in this
そう
world.
か。それはよかった。人でも物でも、どんどん好きになるといい。
Nightmare looks happy. His usually pale face sported a happy little flush.
もっと、もっと、この世界を好きになるんだ。
Dot, dot, dot. You say that as if it doesn't concern you, she told him.
なんだ
Now he's surprised. Oh, they're so cute together. He's my favorite. Next to, like, Gray and Boris. And even Pierce. I like Pierce. She's... I like you too, you know, she told him. I've grown attached to you too, she told him, winking.
私に愛着
He's all surprised. She's like, yep, come on. How many times have we met already? Question mark. The time spent in this world. That included the time I spent together with Nightmare as well, and through many repeated encounters, my attachment towards him grew, and I came to like him.
そうか。私ともずっと過ごしていたものだ。
Yes, I did, she told him. And just like this world, time spent with Nightmare is comfortable. I have become familiar with it. That's why I like you too, Nightmare, she told him directly. Yay, I like making Nightmare happy and flustered. He's so cute. Alright, let's use an hourglass. We'll make it more. We have enough.
あ、 皆まで言わなくていいです。僕に会いに来てくれたんですよね。嬉しいです。
Yay! One of my favorite scenes with Nightmare. Aw, so cute. She's like, hey, a nightmare. Look at that sheep. It is so ridiculously kawaii. Oh my gosh. This is one of the reasons why he is my favorite. Adorable. I don't care how whiny he is. While burying my face in the sheep's fluffy wool, I call the dream demon who's also doing the same thing.
なんだ
She's like, what are you doing, sleeping inside a dream, ... Even though I had no plans to do so, I feel like sleeping, and Nightmare's voice also sounded half asleep. Even though it's a dream, I'm sleepy. It's all because of the warmth. The sheep I'm hugging is soft, like a cushion, and a pretty cream color. As long as it isn't dirty, it won't smell like cattle. So cute! Oh my gosh, kawaii! Its appearance is so cute that it almost looks like a stuffed animal, she says to herself. It's so fairy tale-like that it kind of feels depressing, she concluded. I don't suit this kind of dream, she thought, trailing off. And it's not in my nature.
似合わないとか柄じゃないとかそんなこといいじゃないか
She's like, but, and trailed off. A dream where I'm dozing off by the quiet lakeshore with a dream demon and a sheep, something like that. It's almost too cute. The sheep bleats, covered by the soft wool, I doze off.
いいだろうこれは夢だ君と私しか見ていないよ
Trying to woo her. Aww. It's still a problem, even if it's a dream. This doesn't change anything from before, she told him. If you look at only the scenery, it's indeed the outdoors. The soft sunlight of noon, and with a sun this time, there's an occasional breeze. I'd misunderstand this to be an outing, but I'd misunderstood this to be an outing, but since Nightmare's here, I'm certain it's a dream.
前と変わらないそんなことはないだろう
She's like, it doesn't change that you're still cooped up in here. Let's go outside. And I pull his arm while Nightmare looks like he'll be buried in wool. If I leave him alone, it looks like he'll fall asleep. I wonder if the scenery will disappear if Nightmare falls asleep, she thought. That'd be a little wasteful, and trailed off to herself. I know this isn't my character, or isn't in my character, but it feels great here. Even if it's a dream, it's disappointing if it disappears. After a pause, she's like, it's a big contradiction to say we should go outside. Nightmare's still looking up at her. Oh, so cute. You can see that she was trying to tug him away. Nightmare had no response.
夢の中のいろいろできる
Nightmare points at the sky, laying down. A rainbow appears like last time. And that's true,
す
but
ぐに消えてしまうものでも夢から覚めるまでは消えない
dreams are something you wake up from. Immediately, though, she told him.
そうでもないな
Nightmare gently slides his finger. The rainbow that was in the sky stretches down to the ground. Wow, she concluded, trailing off, to see the end of a rainbow. In reality, you don't see that kind of thing. This is to be expected for a dream. For some reason, she thought, trailing off, I don't feel moved. If anything can get granted this easily, it's anticlimactic.
そんなことはないだろう。夢で綺麗なものは綺麗なはずだ。
That's true, she concluded, and the rainbow that extended down nearby is beautiful. It's an uncomparable beauty. There's no doubt that nothing else other than a rainbow has 7 colors in a gradation. But I feel frustrated to have the same opinion.
綺麗なものを綺麗だと思えばいいだけだ。難しく考える必要はない。
Though it's just a dream, she thought after a while. Strangely, I'm clearly aware of it. And that's why I can't stop thinking. It's the same as waking up.
夢の中でくらい普段と違うことをしてみてもいい。
She's like, it's because we're in a dream that we can't do anything but the same thing as usual. And because this is my dream, she thought, conveniently, it doesn't change. A nightmare can freely change the dream, but I don't have that kind of skill. She's like, it's convenient for him, but inconvenient for me, just like all of my dreams. Even in a dream, I am me. I'm still a dark, mean, and unpleasant person, she concluded. But I think it's fine that way. If I became a bright and positive person in my dreams, it'd be depressing to see that kind of me.
面倒だな。
I think so too, she told him. Since it's the truth, I wouldn't be offended even if I was told that. And there are times I would get offended because it's the truth, but I knew too well that I'm that kind of person. I wouldn't change just because Nightmare pointed that out.
だが、私は君に楽しんでほしい。
Don't pressure me, she
無
told
理
him.
強いしているか。
I'm at a loss for an answer, she concluded. Question mark. What? She asked him. The hand I pulled earlier is now pulling at mine, and we'll get a scene where they walk on the rainbow, you guys.
虹の上を歩いてみないか。
Huh? Question mark?
虹の上を歩くんだ。手を引いてあげる。楽しそうだと思うだろ。
She's like, rather than fun, and trailed off. It's too fairy tale-like that it gives me the chills. What kind of fairy tale is this? To be walking on a rainbow? Question mark. In the first place, I can't think of climbing such a steep slope. I wonder how I'd get to the top. Something like climbing with a hiking staff? Question mark. Wow. ... In that case, there's nothing fairy tale-like about it. No, it'd be better that way, she concluded. In the first place, it's a surprise Nightmare would say that. Judging from my personality, he'd know I wouldn't like that. You just don't learn, do you? She asked him after a pause. Good or bad, he doesn't learn. He should have anticipated my reaction.
予想はついても言うさ。私の場合、心の中で思っただけでは君には伝わらないからね。
She's like, even if you know you'll be rejected? Question mark.
Ah, それにもしかしたら君が気を変えてくれるかもしれない。
She's like, Nightmare is positive all the way, unlike me, who's gloomy even in my dreams. Okay, I have no choice, so I'll keep you company, she told him. For Nightmare, it's meaningless lying to him. And even though I know it's meaningless, I go with it, to be moved by admirable words. It's frustrating. When I grab his hand, the Dream Demon laughs happily.
では、早速行こう。
Nightmare rises and he helps me rise up. From there, the environment suddenly switches. So cool! Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Super cool. I'm totally gonna use that for this one's thumbnail, you guys. There's no ground beneath my feet. In exchange, a band of sparkling, erratic lights is laid out. And the ground is far below from here. Let me get a picture of that. I don't know why it's not letting me. Looks weird. Well, I'll get it later. She like freaks out.
大丈夫だよ。危険はない。
Nightmare tells me without hesitation when my mouth quivers without a word. Not dangerous, you say, she concludes. ... It's quite high up. If I fell, there's no way I'll survive.
落ちないよ。落ちるかもしれないが、死にはしない。
She's like, I'll die if I fall from here! !
死なないよ。これは夢だ。そうだろう。
She's like, and trailed off. Certainly, that's true. This is a dream. To prove it, I'm standing in the air, even with Nightmare holding both of my hands, more accurately on the top of the light that we were looking up at until now. This is on top of the rainbow, and it's such a fairy tale-like situation, but this was awfully chaotic to be real. I just got chills in another sense, she concluded.
なんだ。高いところが苦手なら、もっと下げようか。
She's like, it's not that. I got surprised because we suddenly moved places.
そうは言うが、これが一番手っ取り早い。抱え上げたりしたら怒っただろ。
She's like, of course I would. Or rather, that's impossible for you.
そんなことはないぞ。私だってこれでも。
She's like, I don't want to be carried by someone who puts a blanket over their head or vomits blood. He's nothing more than unreliable. That's why I fear we might fall. And before, when we were flying in the air, I thought so too. Although at that time, I seem to have used my ability to float well. But... ... Even if I had the ability to float, I don't think I would have enough strength to keep it up. ...
じゃあ、一人で立つか。とことん腕力のない私の支えじゃ、 あってもなくても同じだろ。話してあげよ
He got all offended. Whoa, what? She's like, wait just a little longer, exclamation mark. Honestly, I don't feel like I'll be able to stand on my own. If Nightmare released me, I feel like my legs would give out. Additionally, the transparent-looking bridge of light on the opposite side makes me anxious.
う。それはそうだ。こんな場所に立てるはずがない。と思っていたら、立てないよ。
She's like, but on top of a rainbow of all places, trailing off? Didn't you say you could walk on this? Question mark. Rather than being able to walk, I was invited to go walking. If so, I normally think it's a place I can really walk on. Actually, my feet are in place on the rainbow, but it's not steady. And the rainbow floats unstably. This is impossible, I can't walk on this, she trailed
それ
off.
は、君が信用していないからだよ。虹の上なんて歩けやしない。と思っていたら、虹だって安定しない。
What kind of reasoning is that? She asked him. I get what he's saying, more or less. I wonder if he's trying to say that this is my dream and that he's just intervening until the end. I know what he wants to say, but I can't understand it. If I miss my footing, I'll be going down head first. Don't invite me to this kind of place, ... I don't have the confidence to act on my own suggestions. The more I try to convince myself, the less I can believe it. And I'm not fond of myself to the point that I don't give myself enough credit.
立てるよ。虹の上に立てる。
That's why I'm relieved when Nightmare says so. When he declares it like that, it starts to feel like it's that kind of a
落ちない
dream.
よ。私の手を離さなければ。
She's like, for some reason, after a pause, that sounds like a threat.
まさか。私が手を離しても、君が立てると思っていれば立てる。だから、脅しになんてならないだろう。自信があるなら、話せばいいさ。
She's like, you're threatening me after all, and trailed off. I don't think I'll be able to stand on this place. And why don't you be more honest, she told him, question mark. If you tell me to keep holding hands, I won't let go, she teased him back. I say meanly as I grasp his hands firmly, retaliating with all of my might. However, Nightmare only blinks.
断らないのか。
He's all surprised. No, as long as you don't threaten me.
そうか。
Oh, I love Nightmare. They're so adorable. Okay, we're gonna save it here, you guys.